The man had just time traveled to ancient times, only to find the government was giving out wives for free. As he looked over the lineup of women, he sighed at how plain they seemed, but the next few were shockingly beautiful. Just then, he suddenly heard the thoughts of 3 women. He thought he was imagining things until he heard the inner voice of a rich heiress. To his surprise, a tiny spirit popped out of nowhere and bound him to a favorability system. The system explained, as long as he raised each woman's favorability score, he would receive rewards. He was thrilled, until the official added, each wife would cost 50 kilos of grain per month. Everyone turned away in disappointment, but the official warned, any unmarried man must take a wife, or be sent to the front lines. 2 single villagers quickly picked strong-looking women. When it was the man's turn, he hesitated, because all 3 women were stunning. The impatient official rushed him. Just then, the system informed him, each woman had a special identity. If he chose all 3, he'd unlock a hidden reward. Without hesitation, he said he'd take all 3. The crowd laughed, mocking him for not being able to feed even one. The official warned him sternly, if he didn't hand over the grain next month, he'd be executed by law. The man then headed home with his 3 wives, but not long after, a local thug tried to harass one of them. The man immediately called over the official, accusing the thug of interfering with national population growth. The official scolded the thug, who quickly claimed he was only joking. Soon the man arrived home with the 3 women, but their faces changed when they saw the shabby house. The general's daughter kept a sharp eye on him. The heiress was genuinely grateful, knowing she'd be sent to a military camp if she hadn't been chosen. She promised to live peacefully with him, but the princess mocked his poverty, claiming he'd starve to death in 3 days. Just then, all 3 of their stomachs growled. The man rushed to cook something, but when he opened the pot, there was only a rusted spoon inside. He quickly summoned the system for a reward, and exchanged points for food. Mountains of instant noodles appeared before him. He was overjoyed. He served a big pot to the women. The heiress was the first to try it, and praised the taste. That night, as the heiress was about to sleep, the thug burst in again. Knowing the man was poor, he offered half a bag of moldy grain in exchange for a night with the princess. Before the man could speak, the thug shoved the grain into his hands, and tried to take the princess. The man swung a stick at him, coolly knocking him down. The heiress's favorability jumped by 30. Even the general's daughter's score rose by 2. Furious, the thug called in backup, but they were all defeated by the general's daughter. The next day, a kind villager came rushing in, telling him their only cow had been killed. As it turned out, the thug had taken revenge for last night, and was now feasting on beef with the officials. They thought the man wouldn't dare retaliate, but they were wrong. Determined to stand up for the original owner of the body, the man refused to back down. Despite all 3 wives urging him to let it go, he was confident, because he had the system, and planned to improve his martial arts. As the officials enjoyed stolen beef, one asked the thug if he feared payback. Before the thug could answer, the man suddenly appeared, ready to make him pay the price.